Good morning, my friends. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. I'm getting ready for work again. Still have a house guest, so I need to be a little bit quiet so I don't wake anybody up. Starting off using my Say Wonder Gel. You know, if you know, you know. I don't remember what it's called. Wonder Glow, Fabulous Glow. I don't know. But this one is in Warm Glow, I think it's called. Okay, Warm Glow, yeah. Glowy Super Gel. That's the word, I can't remember. Use these all the time, love these. I use them as a primer. They give me a little bit of shine, which I appreciate. Makes me look a little bit healthy and shiny, which I absolutely love. Today I am going to use by Terry the CC Tinted Moisturizer. These unfortunately are not available anymore. I'm still trying to finish mine. I absolutely love this one. It is a very, very light coverage, but it is also very, I would call it well sitting on the skin. It doesn't make me look oily, it doesn't make me look cakey, it just gives me a good even skin color, which is basically all I want, especially in the summertime, because I do have some sun damage on my face. I have some spots here and there, and I mean, of course you can see through this one, but it still evens out the skin tone a little bit. Just need to see what I'm doing, making sure everything is blended. But it's a very, very light and nice coverage, and you can't really see that you're wearing that much makeup, which I very much enjoy. Today I was talking in the comment section with one of my lovely followers, and we were discussing Asian, it was Sukyu that she was asking me about. So I thought I might pop out my Florasis palettes. These are absolutely stunning. I picked them up when I was in Japan, but they actually have a very lovely website, and you can get most of the stuff on there. I'm not sure about the palettes though, because last time I checked I couldn't get them, but then they have restocked a couple of times. These are magnetic, and look at the wonders. I mean, the biggest problem with these palettes are that they are too beautiful to touch. So I'm a bit hesitant to use them because I absolutely love the stunning prints. These are, well, Florasis is a brand based in Hong Kong, and it's made in China, but it's absolutely beautiful products. I have a couple, I think I have 4 or 5 palettes. I have a wonderful blush, 2 blushes, and I have, well, I purchased a lot of things when I was in Japan because they actually have a store in one of the biggest shopping malls there. So I went a bit crazy, as always, as expected, I should say, and bought a bunch of products. They don't, however, have a store in Hong Kong, which I find a bit upsetting, since I go to Hong Kong every year. So I can't find it there, and I know it's a good way to buy makeup online, but I really prefer it to buy it in store because I like to swatch stuff, and you know, I'm just old school like that. So I was super happy when I found that they actually did have a store in Tokyo. So I went there not once. I don't even think I went there twice. I think I went there 3 times during the 2 weeks I spent in Tokyo, and my poor family had to go with me. But I was so happy. I didn't buy much in Tokyo. I bought makeup. So we are starting off using this one as a transition shade. When we were discussing the Asian brands, I told my follower that Sukyu, Shuyumura and the other brands, I tend to find that they are a lot more subtle. They're not as pigmented, but you can usually build them up. And I do prefer when eyeshadows are quite pigmented, because I think it's just, I'm used to that, and it's a lot faster. And when you're used to high pigmentation and then you go to Asia, and well, in my case, Tokyo or Hong Kong, I shouldn't say Asia because Asia is a large place. But when I've spent time in Hong Kong and Japan buying makeup, I tend to realize that most of the stuff is very, very, very subtle compared to what I'm used to. So it's just a matter of getting used to it, really. I also find that some of Lisa Eldridge's eyeshadows are a bit like that. They are very like, I would say like Japanese style. They are absolutely buildable. You just have to take a little bit more time applying them. But they blend in beautifully. So, I mean, if you're not very, very good at makeup, the Asian brands are fabulous. They are very, very good. The only thing I'm missing in this one is, of course, a light matte. But that's always my pet peeve. Since I'm wearing a blue shirt today, I'm going to use the blue. This one looks scary, and that's actually what I was a bit hesitant about when I tried this palette. But then when I swatched it, I was like, oh my god, it's beautiful. So I ended up buying it. I'm taking the light pink now just to warm the outer edges a bit. I actually think I might use that one as a blush and try it out. I am probably going to use another light one just for my brow bone. I might pick up one of the Natasha Denonas, or nope, I'm going to take my by Mario Master Mattes, the lightest color. I really like that one, just to get a little bit of contrast. If I'm ever making a palette with some brand, I would make sure to have a really light, almost white matte, because it's such a versatile shadow. People think like, oh, stark white, but you can actually mix it. So, and then you can like lower the contrast on other colors, which is really, I really enjoy that. So I'm just taking a little bit of the lightest shade. There we go. Back to the Florasis. I really don't know what I'm going to use on my lids. I am going to try this amazing like black metallic. I have to try that one because it's calling my name. I also think I might try that one. I do also really, I'm interested in looking at this one. Let's swatch it. So you have the pink and you have the blue, and this one is just the most beautiful. I can't even describe it. It looks like heaven to me. Amazing. I really, really enjoy those kinds of colors. And I'm also going to use the Victoria Beckham Beauty, what are these called? Eyeshadow stick, and I can't remember the name of the color. I wear Cornflower that I picked up in Holland. I was in Amsterdam. I'm going to use that one on my waterline just to get a bit more oomph to the blue. So I'm going in with the darker brown, this shade. I'm going to go in on my outer corner, but as you can see, it is very subtle. It's a very easy to use palette. It's nothing to be scared of at all. I remember it wasn't that long ago, I think it was a couple of years ago, when I bought my first, I think it was Sukyu actually, my first like proper Japanese brand eyeshadow, and I was really disappointed. I was like, what's happening? Why can't I get any pigmentation? So I had to Google a bit, use YouTube and have a look. And of course, then I got the answer. So now that I'm used to wearing the Asian kind of makeup, it doesn't bother me at all. I really enjoy it because you do get an awful lot of control. I am going to pop this one all over my lid using my finger. It's just easier. Oh, this one is the bomb. Thank you, Florasis, for making these kinds of shades. Oh my god, they are stunning. I don't know if you can see it properly. I'm, as you know, blind as a bat, so I can barely see my face on the viewfinder. I can see that I'm in frame, that's about it. But this one is gorgeous. Absolutely love this one. It's almost like a mermaid kind of thing going on. And of course, this palette is inspired by the Chinese opera. As you could see on the lid, you have these Chinese opera masks. But their packaging is amazing. Quality of makeup is amazing. I can't recommend Florasis enough. I really, really enjoy it. It's such a good brand. I'm just really sad we don't have them for sale in a shop in Europe. Looking at you, Selfridges. Please bring it in. I'm going in with a tiny brush and the black shade. Actually, I haven't tried this one. I'm a bit excited. I'm really excited that the black has a metallic sheen to it, because getting a proper black metallic is not easy. It tends to look a little bit more like black with silver sparkles. But this one was really, really nice. It's still silver sparkles, obviously, but it is very, very tiny, tiny flecks. Ooh, I like this. This is a nice color. I can do a short showing you all my Florasis palettes. But I did buy also a very beautiful, very, very, very pale apricot blush that I absolutely love. It's just one of those like super, super pale apricots that I've never seen anything like it, at least not in Sweden. So it's really fun when you see those kinds of colors. And the Japanese and Chinese blushes I absolutely adore, because they make all these like really pale pastels that I just can't seem to find anywhere else. So I really enjoyed that. I'm going in with a smaller brush. I think I'm going to go in with the pink just like under my eye a bit. I'm a bit worried I might look like I have a pink eye, but we'll see. It's all for the love of makeup. Oh, that's all right. It's more of a baby pink, like with a slight hint of purple. I'm sorry, I'm looking into the mirror. I have to. And then I'm going in with a darker brown just on the outer corner. The brown and the pink together was really nice. Well done, Florasis. There we go. I hope you can see. I can't really tell in my viewfinder, as always. But then I've used most of the colors. Not the red, not the grey, and not this topper one. But the rest of them I have used. So I will have to make another look for you using my beautiful Florasis palette. I'm not sure if this one has a name. It's obviously written in Chinese at the back. No. I can see an info address. That's it. So I'm not sure what this one is called, but you can probably find it on the website. But just appreciate the beauty. Oh. Thank you for this. Love, 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 love it. I am then going to go in with my Victoria Beckham Cornflower thingy, just on my lower lash line. This one is quite intense, but I really like the shade of it. I'm not the biggest fan of her eyeshadow ones, using them as eyeshadows, because I find that they dry up so quickly. I mean, once they're there, they stay. So they're good in that sense, but I have problems just like blending them out, and I'm not used to them. I much prefer the Kiko ones, which are of course like a tenth of the price. But those ones I really, really enjoy, and I've been using them for years. And every time I go to Spain or, well, anywhere that they sell Kiko, I always end up buying more. So I have about a gazillion of them right now. I am, of course, also going to use my beautiful little Enama blush. This is the peachy one that I picked up in Japan. Like I said, I'm not sure where you can get a hold of these. I'm pretty sure you could probably buy them on just Yes Style, because they are really, really well stocked with different products. Yes Style is one of those web pages that you go on and you can just stay there for hours and hours looking at stuff. It's very nice, and it's good shipping. I mean, I've never had any problems. I usually do like one large order together with my daughter and my best friend, because my best friend is just as makeup crazy as I am. But now it's been a while. We haven't ordered in a while, but now we have a lot of more like K-beauty stores in Stockholm. So I'm going to take a little bit of the pink one as well and mix the two. So I don't have the need to buy as much online if I can find it in store. There we go. We have a mix of the two. I am also going to use something darker for my upper lash line. Where did you go? There we are. I'm going to use Victoria Beckham Beauty Satin Kajal. Same procedure as always. Whenever I'm wearing a light blue. I would never use it on the upper lash line. I don't like the look of that. If you like it, perfect. It's just not for me. I always prefer to have like a dark upper lash line. The problem is that these are probably going to mix a bit, so I'm going to have to reapply the white one. Yep, they mixed a bit. Just taking a Q-tip, removing the, it was only on that eye, so removing a bit of the brown and then reapply. Whoop! Oh no, it broke. Yeah. This one got broken in transport. Well, transport home in my suitcase, so I'm not blaming anyone on that sense. But I also know that these are no longer available, at least not in Sweden. So I'm thinking that this might be a somewhat older eyeshadow stick. I usually don't have a problem with them being old. As long as they don't smell funky, I use them. It's just that they can tend to break off and stuff like that. It's like lipsticks, but that's fine. So there we go. We have a little bit of blue and we have a little bit of brown. Going in with my mascara, I am going to use my Chanel, and I can never remember what this one is called, something with Noir Allure, I think. Yeah, Noir Allure, and this is Anthracite. Beautiful bluish, greyish colour. I absolutely adore this mascara. Well, I adore the colour. I don't adore the mascara itself. I find it's a little bit too hard to wash off for my taste. But it stays put. It really does the job and it makes my lashes look beautiful. So I'm not complaining. It's just that I do have some problems with mascaras that I find too difficult to wash off. I really don't like that. So I actually much prefer the round one. I'm not sure if I'm imagining stuff. Maybe it's the same kind, but the Chanel mascara in the round tube I find easier to take off. Could also have something to do with just the color that I'm using. But I have used black in both of them and I do prefer the other one. So maybe it's just my imagination. Could be. But I will repurchase these mascaras from time to time because they do stay put. They don't smudge and they don't flake, which I really do appreciate. I want my mascaras to stay where I put them. And I have used these in Asia and all across the world when it's been really hot and humid. So I don't have problems with that. For me, usually, since I have a slight hooded eye, I do have some issues with smudging. That I'm not blaming on mascaras or anything else, it's just the way it is. So going in with my Depend Twin Thin, same procedure. Sorry, my throat is a bit wobbly. It's pollen season, so it affects my voice sometimes. I don't have a cold, it's fine. Next week I am flying off to Scotland. I am presenting a talk on Scandinavian, well, northern jewellery, I would say. Not just Scandinavian. because I do talk a lot about Finnish jewellery, and Finland is not a part of Scandinavia. So I'm doing Nordic jewellery, which is exciting. I'm also doing a workshop on Scandinavian or Northern hallmarking, which will be fun. And I absolutely love Scotland. I adore Scotland and the people in it. I have so many good Scottish friends. And if the weather is nice, I am going to do some rock hunting as well, which I absolutely love. We went to a beach last year and that was just the most beautiful day, and we got so much jasper. It was fabulous. To finish it off, I'm using this little guy. It's the Lip Latex by Rimmel. I have no idea the color I chose. This is a very, very beige one. It's almost like the same color as my lips. It's 650 Mindful. So it's a very, very, very subtle kind of that color. It throws me off when they put it on a pink applicator, because first when I opened it I was like, whoa, but then I realized it was just the applicator. So there we go. That is the finished look. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.